Hi, Ben here from Trident Fly Fishing. I've got with me today the all-new Hatch Gen 2 Finatic in the 7 Plus size. And the old Hatch Finatic was one of our top-selling reels of all time, certainly our best-selling saltwater reel ever. And now Hatch has replaced this with something even better in the Gen 2 model. We've had the pleasure of fishing this reel out on the flats of Mexico and deep in the Everglades in Florida, and we thought it was time that we shared our thoughts on what makes this one of the top saltwater reels on the market today and why it's even better than the original version. But first, I want to talk about some of the changes between the Gen 1 and the Gen 2, because they might seem subtle at first, but they actually make a really significant difference. So the first thing that you're going to notice is that the handle has changed. Hatch had some issues with some of the reels sticking on the handle, so they went ahead and fixed it. And that's really the story of the Gen 2. They took a really great reel that was the top selling saltwater reel on the market, and they just made everything better. So while the handle is the main external difference, all of the other differences come in the drag system, where they made changes to the bearing, the whole mechanism, and most importantly, the waterproofness. They took a reel that was sealed, but maybe a seal that wasn't as great as it could be, and really tightened it up. In fact, they've even made changes from the first version of the Gen 2 to the version that we're selling today. It's just a really, really tight waterproof seal that's going to take those saltwater beatings and saltwater dunks a lot better than that Gen 1. So this is a special edition version in Florida Gators blue and orange, but even the clear version has a little bit more of a matte finish than the original Hatch. Lots and lots of internal changes, not a lot on the outside. So in fact, you can even use your old Gen 1 spools on the Gen 2. We're going to go ahead and put this through our most rigorous drag testing with our universal testing machine and give you all the specs. The Gen 2 Finatic has 2.5 turns of drag. So this drag knob will turn 2.5 times to go from the minimum drag, which is about 0.26 pounds, just enough to stop a free spool, to 5.5 pounds on the max end. One of the things we definitely would have liked to see is a little bit more max drag. The old Gen 1 version had a little bit more, but Hatch has tweaked this to give you a better range of adjustability. So if I turn this back 1.25 times, or halfway, we're still getting about 44% of that drag, and it really gives you a nice adjustability, better than almost any other reel out there. Zero startup inertia, but that hasn't changed from the last version. As we take off this spool, we see that nothing has changed. It's really got all the same dimensions as the old 7 Plus did, because the spools are interchangeable. But that's great news, because the Hatch 7 Plus has always had a really great spool. It's got loads of capacity. You can put your Airflow Tropical Punch on here in an 8-weight size and still have plenty of backing, and it picks up line really, really quickly. Another thing that Hatch has maintained is the great sound on this 7 Plus, because there's nothing worse than having a huge fish peeling off line and not being able to hear it. The Hatch still maintains the great warranty and great customer service. Anything ever goes wrong with this reel, you don't have to pay a service fee. They just go ahead and fix it for you, and it's the best warranty in the business, bar none. The Hatch 7 Plus Gen 2 retails for $650 and ships with free second-day air from TridentFlyFishing.com. And of course, we've got the whole range of Gen 2 Finatics, from the 2 Plus all the way to the 12 Plus, available and shipping right now. If you have questions about this reel, don't hesitate to give us a call at 888-413-5211 or email us anytime at support@TridentFlyFishing.com. I'm Ben. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.